Hi everyone and welcome to episode 60 of United City Randomiser. Since the last time we were together, which was this game in the Cup against Borussia Mönchengladbach, we then played them in the league and got a decent win against them, which was really positive. And then our form dipped a bit. Now, the first one to say is that the PSG 0-0 draw in the first knockout stage of the Champions League was actually a decent result. It was quite a hard-fought 0-0 game just to keep it that way. And we've got the second leg of that coming up in just a second, so we'll see how that gets on. But then to keep everybody fit and healthy, but also give game time to the squad, so everybody stays happy-ish. I had a couple of games where I was using sort of second string 11s a bit. Unfortunately, it didn't go very well, and I misjudged that a little bit, but, you know, that's my fault. I'll take that on the chin. And we got 2 losses, unfortunately. Then a very dull, nothing type of game against Stuttgart was a 0-0 draw also. So, unfortunately, that's dropped us in the league a little bit. We're now sitting in 7th place. You can see we're still attached to the couple of teams above us, but there's a couple chasing us down as well. So after this particular match against PSG in the Champions League, I think we've got to really focus on getting some really positive results coming up, just to try and alleviate that drop a little bit. It's not a brilliant place for us to be after 24 games. I'm not very happy with that. But it's been a bit of a tough season to sort of keep everybody healthy and happy and keep everything ticking over. So, yeah. We also drew Augsburg in the next round of the Cup, which is really positive because they're the only Bundesliga 2 side left in the competition, and we drew them in the quarterfinals. So I'm very hopeful that we'll get a decent win on that one. And that may well be the next game that we come back to in terms of the next episode of the United City Randomiser. So look out for that one. But for today, it's PSG. So we're going to go into the team page and see what we're up to. Everybody's pretty healthy. There's a couple of unregistered players now. Votava is out on loan, so he's not. And Burnich I took out because I had to balance the additions of Maya and Petrella into the squad, and there were registration issues with that, so that's why Burnich is no longer registered for the Champions League. But yeah, other than Siflidis, who's just coming back from a knock, but I am going to risk him today because why wouldn't you? It's the Champions League, it's PSG. Everybody else is pretty healthy and fit and happy to go. So our team today is Kabul in goal, Breyer at right back, DiMarco at left back, Gimba and Horatio in the centre of defence, Gomez is the deep-lying playmaker, Siflidis is the central midfield support role, Gravenberch is the attacking Metzala, Gundogdu on the right, Abando on the left, Jovic up top. We have the bench of Kempf, De Silva, Saiki, Mount, Schweiger, Maya and Rollheiser. Rollheiser's on there for 2 reasons. One, Petrella hasn't quite hit the heights yet and hasn't found his scoring boots, so Rollheiser comes in for that reason. But also, his parent club, we've got him on loan, is PSG. So I'm kind of hoping that late in the game he might come on and do something against them for me, just as a sort of a side story to the game. So watch out for that. If we can get him on later, that would be brilliant. So yes, that's the team. Everybody's pretty healthy and happy, as I say. So let's get into this particular game and see what happens. So obviously here's the talent of PSG. Keane and Icardi up front. Neymar on the left. Leon Bailey on the right. Verratti, and Sergei, that's Milinkovic-Savic, his name is, isn't it? They've got some really great players. Alisson Becker they've brought in as well as their goalkeeper. So yes, really tough opposition. It's going to be tough for our side to compete with that. But again, different formations, so there might be some spaces here and there to exploit on both sides. We'll see who comes out on top. So I'm going to have to be a sort of calming influence today. I don't want, to make all sorts of guarantees and promises because we are up against it. So which one are we going to go? I think we'll do this one. We'll say, in a calm way, we'll say we've got nothing to lose here. We know how good we are. Let's show everyone else what we're capable of. Didn't get a great response, but, as I say, I just want a bit of a calming start, really. There's the lineup as the Champions League music is playing. Everybody knows that, of course. And here we go into the game. So we're in our white strip, obviously away from home, and PSG start the game. So let's see how well in the first half we can compete in terms of the statistics of the game. It's an opportunity for them to build up from a free kick on the left-hand side. Verratti with the ball takes the long shot and dips it over the top of the bar. So decent opportunity for him to get a sighter at goal, but it didn't trouble the goalkeeper in the end. And that was the first highlight of the game. Here's another one for them. Again, a free kick in one of their fullback positions. Bailey runs with the ball, puts it brilliantly through to Neymar, who attempts a shot at the near post, but the goalkeeper closes down the angle and takes the ball quite comfortably. You can see Bailey just puts on his rocket boots for a second, eats up the ground, puts it to Neymar, who had plenty of space, but didn't quite get the accuracy and power on his shot. And the goalkeeper kept it out, which is very good. Apparently, you can see that a lot of their team, for a second there, were a bit frustrated with how things were going. That's good. I like them being a bit frustrated. And we'll see how well that translates into what they do and what we can do against them. Again, another opportunity to get a decent cross in, but the decent defensive header from Breyer on that particular occasion clears the ball, and it's out for a corner kick. Corner comes in and Kabul claims the ball very, very nicely, and that's what we need, a safe pair of hands at the back. And I'm more than happy with how defensively solid we're being, even if you can see on the statistics here they're dominating the actual attempts on goal, even though we're doing okay in terms of possession of the football. So we're going to have to try and keep it as tight in the second half, really. So it's time for everyone to dig in and give everything you've got. We deserve to win. Let's do that one. Why not? Put the onus on them in the second half to keep working hard and keep moving forward in terms of trying to get a positive result. A couple of yellow cards around that we might have to watch out for in the next half hour of the game, as it were. But here's an opportunity for us on the wide right with Breyer, and the header comes in, and the follow-up from Gravenberch, and didn't quite get his shot on target, which was unfortunate. But there was an opportunity, and I'll take it. We had a header at goal, and then a follow-up shot that probably should have done a bit better. But here they come right back at us. Neymar down the left-hand side simply puts it in for Bailey on the right. Missed out the striker in the centre of the box, and Bailey on the right storms through past his defender and puts it into a relatively unguarded net at that point. You can see it's a really good run by Neymar. We didn't get any challenges in at all. He misses out Icardi. Bailey on the far side blasts the ball, and the fact that Icardi didn't get a touch on the ball, I think, left everybody a bit confused, and it was a simple tap-in the end, really. And that's disappointing. So we're going to have to do something about this, I think, especially if this happens. Neymar with the corner, and the attempt goes over the top of the bar. So we're going to pause the game, and we're going to go into the tactics, and we're going to go to our gegenpress, just because I think, why not at this point? We might as well give it a go. We're going to change a couple of players around because we're in the gegenpress. So Mount is the first one that comes on, because Gravenberch wasn't playing particularly well, was nervous, had picked up a yellow card, and Mount plays this particular attacking midfield role better. And we're going to take Gomez off because he's got a yellow card, and bring Saiki on just to solidify that area a bit. And then we're going to do what we said we were going to do, which was take a very underperforming Jovic off, and we're going to put Rollheiser on, and we're going to see if he can impact his pairing club. So those are the changes we've made. I think they should at least change the game slightly and give us a new way of playing to see whether we can break this PSG side down at all. But you can see in terms of all the stats, we've got a reasonable amount of possession, but look at the amount of shots on goal, etc. They outshine us completely. Again, they come through one straight ball through to Icardi, and what a brilliant defensive display that was to get back. And can they clear it? And they can. Brilliant. That was absolutely brilliant. You can see that Verratti gets the ball, puts it straight through to Icardi. It was a brilliant ball, but the challenge back on him was fabulous, and I think that was from Horacio maybe. But it was absolutely brilliant, and there was a follow-up defensive. Oh, that caught me out by surprise. Mount on the free kick, hit the post. What a brilliant opportunity that was. Unfortunate that we hit the woodwork, but we seem to be putting a bit of pressure on them now, which is fabulous. We've got a couple of minutes left of the game. Can we get that one goal to take us through, because it would be an away goal? Unfortunately, the move breaks down, and Keane comes forward and blasts it wide, high and wide, and that sort of was a bit of a let-off, really. There's an opportunity here for them on the corner kick. So Verratti it is with the corner kick. Quite what my player is doing What was that? Did you see that? I don't have a clue what happened there, but Rollheiser somehow got away with it. And have we cheated our way to some form of draw? Obando with a shot and the goalkeeper parries it off. I have no idea what happened on that corner kick. If you've seen that before, let me know. But somehow we came away with it. And that was funny. So here's the original effort from Keane, who came through on goal but blasted it high and wide. I'm not quite sure why they were bothering to show that one as a replay again. Here's our corner kick, Mount with the corner kick, and it was a disappointing one. It didn't find one of our players. And there we go. I think in the big scheme of things, a 1-0 loss over a 2-leg game against PSG with the players they've got is not bad at all. But it was a little bit disappointing that we couldn't have had a couple more real proper attempts at goal. We only had one shot on target all game. Our possession stats were decent, but yeah, we didn't quite challenge them as much as I'd like, and you can see that in the ratings of our players. Nobody had a particularly good game. So yeah, a bit disappointing, but you know, we'll try and encourage them. Unlucky boys, just because why wouldn't you at this point? It wouldn't help to sort of belittle them anymore. So we'll come out of there. PSG triumph, Champions League knockout. We got knocked out of that, unfortunately. Decent amount of money for that though, you know, £8.5 million, which is really good. And I want him to end his goal drought too. Jovic, he's been on too much of a run recently, so we're going to have to play around with our strikers and see who can come in and get the goals for us. It's dried up a little bit, but you know, you can see that by the fact that Mason Mount is our top goal scorer on 8 goals for the season, which is very disappointing. We've often had problems with our strikers. That's another summer transfer window coming up where that's something I've got to figure out, I guess. But yeah, for another day. So what are we going to come back to next? Well, let's go into the fixture list. So that's our knockout Champions League phase done. We've got a couple of really important Bundesliga matches just to see if we can get some form back and really try and raise our position in the Bundesliga, which will help us moving forward. I think we'll come and play the Augsburg game. The Augsburg game is they were who we were drawn against in the quarterfinal of the cup competition, and it was a really good draw because they're the only Bundesliga 2 side left in the tournament still, and we drew them in the quarterfinal. So that's the game we'll come back to. Hopefully by then we'll have a bit of a momentum shift in our play and some more points on the board for the Bundesliga, and we'll see whether we can get a positive last couple of games of the season after that point. So that'll do it for today. Apologies that we got knocked out and it was a bit of a disappointment, but you know, it was against PSG and I think we competed pretty well. But yes, if you're enjoying the series so far, why not chuck a subscribe on the channel, keep up to date with the videos. If you enjoyed this particular episode, why not chuck a like on it, click the like button. That helps me get seen by other people, which is really important for my channel. Other than that, if you're playing Football Manager yourself, I hope you're having a great time doing it. Let me know how your saves are going in the comments below. But until next time, take care of yourselves. I will see you soon, and bye for now. Thanks very much for watching this episode of the United City Randomiser save. If you enjoyed the video, then why not click on the like button, as that would really help me. If you think you know anyone who would really enjoy my Football Manager content, then feel free to share this with them. But most importantly, if you would like to join my United City here on YouTube, then hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with my video releases. If you have anything you want to say about the United City save or the channel itself, then feel free to leave a comment below, but please try and be nice with each other. That'll do for today, so until next time, stay happy and healthy, and I will see you soon.